Right, good morning, fisher people. I'm Alan Nosh from FishOn TV, and today's date it's Tuesday, the 27th of September. No, we're not measuring. And this is not David Wood from Bag Up TV, because there's loads more room in here this morning.
Mate, yeah.
There's loads of room.
Yeah.
This is Shimano and Dynamite Baits full-time sponsored angler Nick Speed, one of Lindholme's finest, or should I say the finest.
Thanks, mate. Try my best.
There you go. Right, we have got a competition. I'm not with the old boys. I'm in a brand new type of fishing competition that, am I right in saying that things are sort of evolving with rod fishing, Nick? I think we could be somewhere near with that.
Yeah, and this is why we wanted to get heads together as a brand and with Aaron at Lindholme and base it on the same format really as what we started the Bomb and Feed League on a Tuesday for literally the last 5 years now.
And it's been really successful.
Yeah, really popular.
Yeah.
And it's just so inviting to the masses, to be honest with you. So I had to think about how could we run a competition that wasn't just about winning your zone, but getting in the final, and everyone's got then a chance of getting in that final. Yeah,
and it's at that time of year where
decent money.
It's at that time of year. Well, we're still in decent time of year, but it can be, because I know winter it can be like, well, that's going to win it and that's it. This is going to give people a bit more. Oh, 100%. Chance.
So basically, the format, what we wanted to do was, and this is what the competition's about, is 3 20 peg zones. So there's 60 anglers in each qualifier. There's 3 qualifiers, one today at Lindholme, one at Larford Lakes, one at Meadowlands. There's tickets still available for Meadowlands and Larford, only a few, but there's still tickets available. And in each 20 peg zone, apart from just winning your zone, all you have to do on paper, it sounds easy, doesn't it, is getting the top 5 in your zone to get in the final. So there's 15 anglers that go through to the final from each round, from each qualifier.
So 25% chance.
That's right. And so that makes there's 45 in the final, 15 from each qualifier. Yeah. You can quite easily draw, on paper, not a brilliant peg, but go to it thinking, I've got a chance. And that's what the format is about. And getting that final, and you've got a chance of winning £4,000 in cash plus tackle prizes. And the payouts are really
sponsored
good.
By Shimano.
Shimano, yeah, Shimano Aero. So
which is brilliant.
It's a great event, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you started this 5 years ago, and I fish in a club on a Tuesday, so I can't make it. It's a club that I actually run, but it's a wonderful thing. You've got 2 world champions that are involved?
3 world champions.
3 world champions.
Yeah.
So it's bomb and feeder. It's less prep. I mean, I know we all still prep.
Yeah, but it's on a venue what is great fishing, simple, logical approaches.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere, loads of bites. What more can you ask for in the winter?
Yeah.
And it's local.
It's fantastic stuff, and I'm really looking forward to it. Right, it's getting a little bit chilly. What's your forecast for a decent weight today? I know Lindholme's been fishing its socks off.
Yeah, well, the wind's changed now, so now the northerly winds have hit home.
Yeah.
It won't be as good as what people think. 80 to 120 pound on bennies.
Yeah.
On here, 45, 50 pound to 80 pound on Bonzai, and loco 60 to 90 pound. That's my guesstimation.
Right.
For how the venue is.
Right, so I'm pretty sure everybody will be fancying the chances for them kind of weights.
Let's see what happens at the end.
Yeah. So there you go, folks. Brand new competition. I think it's a fantastic idea. You can use catapults. We forgot to mention that one, didn't we?
Yeah, basically the format is bomb and feeder. You can feed by hand, you can feed with a catapult. And of course you can feed with a feeder.
Yeah.
And it just makes it open for the feeder anglers that like to spin a few plates while they're fishing, apart from just sat there watching a tip. They can feed their edge lines, and keep busy, and that's what it's all about.
Spin a few plates.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, brilliant idea, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've got a ticket for, I can't make Larford because I'm away, but I've got one for Meadowlands, and we're fishing this one today. So let's see if we can both get qualified today. Nick,
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
it'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for your time.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
And good luck.
Go and get my breakfast now.
We'll get it filmed, whether have a good day or a bad day. Full promotion for this kind of match. See you soon.
See you later.
Bonzai 77. Right, as you've seen, 77 on Bonzai. I couldn't draw a straight line at the minute, me. No chance of winning match from there, no chance. But I've got to come in top 5. It's not the best of areas, I don't think. I'm not sure, folks. I've not fished it since they've redone it, but I don't think it's the best of areas. But you know, it's been a lot cold. It's been what? It's warmed up a little bit now. 5 degrees this morning when I got here. I don't know what to make of it. I'll plumb up and see how deep it is around the island. I've got little islands to chuck to, so there's some nice little areas to chuck to. I'll see how much room I've got when the draw's been done. I am looking forward to it because it's like I say, it's the first time I've fished it. I just don't think that is the area to have a chance of winning the match. Whether I've got a chance to come in the top 5 or not, again, I don't know. The other side, sort of 60s, late 60s, I think, is the areas to be catching quite a few fish. I don't know, it's changed as Bonzai a little bit, so let's get us geared down to the bank. Let's get ready and let's get it emptied.
Bun donated by Sweet Temptations in Sheffield.
Very
They
nice.
sent 60, but there's only 50 suddenly arrived because 10's in my house. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Beautiful. We'll have that with me coffee. Get in. Right, whilst you're on. Right. Peg 77. It's a bit sunny actually at the minute, shining in my face. Wind off my left shoulder going that way. Oh, look at me. Yeah, might as well have a look. I've got a guy who's going to be casting into there. There were a lot of big fish last time I come in there. I can't remember what the guy had on this peg, but I've got overhanging trees here, so I'll not be going under there. I'll probably be going just to the right. There's a little gap there. I'm going to plumb up, see how deep it is. There's some reeds here, and then the island there, up there. You've got to try just in front, just a little underarm chuck. Margins, not many features there, and not too many features down there. So I don't know, we'll plumb it up. I'm thinking it'll probably, if I remember right, it comes out and then drops off. But last time I came here, they were right in the margins, but it's got to be at least 20 degrees colder today so far. I've got Matt Pilly on the other side. Whiskey Eye here, which is one of the favoured pegs, 68. Can you believe it? One of the favoured pegs. And Paul Wright, the Lindholme specialist, may have matched this finalist, Fishermania finalist, flyer. Mr. the mightiest. God knows what, I can't draw a straight line, can I, folks? But hey, you never know. Oh, I've just noticed a right snag right in front of them reeds. I can see a great big branch sticking out. Brilliant. It just gets better. Right, so tactics, it's just a bomb and feeder. I will be feeding a bomb somewhere. I'm gonna have to try and keep away from that snag. It's just a great branch. So let's try and bring it in on while I'm plumbing up or what, but it's an awful snag. I'll show you, whether you can see it. It's hard to see really. So just here where the reeds are, just down here, there's a branch sticking up. So that tells me it's not very deep there either. Bloody hell. Right, Les. So I'll be chucking just in front of me, an underarm. You can't rule that out just in front of you. I'll be chucking round the island, chucking in these margins here. And that snag, I've just noticed it now, that's just done me head in, that. Right, hopefully 9 minutes to go, just got my nets to put in already. Dead simple, I've just got a 10-foot method rod and a 10-foot bomb rod. I'm trying my Superior, my new Superior Carbon Active out today, which I've got on the bomb. I tried to get that snag out, I can't get it out. I know what's going to happen, I'm going to hook into biggest fish at there and lose it in that. Nailed on. Right, I've decided to start with a method over there. I'm going to fire a few pellets for bomb here. I'm not going tight up to the island, it's really shallow. I'll just work towards it. I'm going to start a little bit off it to start with and just see what happens. So there we go. Bait choices. These are micros that are quite a bit more softer than those. Those have been soaked for 2 minutes. Those have been soaked overnight. 6 mils, 4 mils, bit of ground bait, some dead reds, corn, pellet changes, little wafters, spare hooks, bun. There we go. So let me get my nets in. Let's get ready for the all off. All in, folks. We're only 45 minutes in. The guy to my left's had about 6 or 7. I've had 3 branches and bumped 4. Only little F1s. But the 2 I've got are about a pound and a bit. Just struggling to. I don't know why the fish are bumping off. They're just tiny little wriggling F1s and just bumped off halfway. No reason. And I've had quite a few branches coming. I've lost 2 of them because I've run into a branch and it's just the fish has just fallen off. Not a bad sign. At least I'm getting bites. Guy to my left's had maybe 3 or 4. I've heard right, he said he's had 4. I should have every fish. If I'd landed every fish, I'd have had 6 or 7 fish in there, but I'm catching on either a little 4 mil pellet or double dead red at the minute. I just keep firing a few pellets. I'm priming pellets up near the island. I've just fired a few out towards where my feeder is. Not too many, because there's enough with micros going in. And I've just put a couple of these at about 8 metres. Just little balls, just a few of them. I'm going to drop a method over the top there. That's the over-wetted. Right, the ones that are soaked overnight, they'll go to the bottom. There's 1 ball and then just break up on bottom. So there's not micros everywhere. I've noticed the guys that are catching it, the ones that have been can chuck between islands. I ain't got that option. And it's very shallow up near the island. It's very shallow down here, but the margin is from that deep to about that deep. Oh, I don't know, 2 metres out maybe. It just starts to get a bit deeper then. It seems quite shallow around here. So we'll keep plugging along. I don't think it's the best of draws, to be honest with you, where I am. I would have preferred to have been a bit further up to my right, or this corner peg here. This one, I feel like I'm in a bit of no man's land. But anyway, we'll see how we get on anyway. These are the really little things that have been coming off. Managed to get this one in. That was only in a recast after I spoke to you. There, oh, they're the little things that are giving me they're not even proper bites, some of them. They're just like little vibrations on the end of the tip, as if they're trying to shake a hook off. Can hear Matt Pilly opposite. Aeroplane going over. Windy Lindy. Got a bit of a breeze on. I don't mind that. It is fresh though to what it has been. Just landing a better fish in between the two islands. Little underarm chuck, just so the wind's not getting hold of it. There we go. Don't worry about the line sinking, it's not that far out of the sink itself, so there we go. Just find a few pellets out to where my bomb line's going to be. Short of the island, 'cause like I said, I can work up to the island if I have to. Let's see if that goes around after sort of 30 or 40 seconds, eh? Last bite it just dropped back and was vibrating. So that's 3. Should be 8, 7 or 8. Bloody things. Wriggly little buggers. Now I know some of you keep saying don't worry about other people around you. Well, you obviously don't take any notice when you're fishing. I'm not having a go at you, but you've got to keep your eye on what other people are doing for quite a few reasons. What they're using, what bait they've got on, what tactics they're using, where they're fishing, how they're feeding, what you need to sort of compete. And all those things are important, and I keep getting quite a few of you saying don't worry about other people. Ask any of the top anglers, Jamie Hughes, Andy May, Nick Speed, Steve Ringer. They all want to know what other people are catching on. And it's a good idea to keep your eye on other people. And it's not worrying about them, it's trying to learn what's happening around you. That's the only reason that I look at other people. Little jab there, don't like that. When it goes like that, I always feel like I've been done, like it's sucked it, let go, blown it out. So I won't give that too much longer. Probably give it another 30 seconds or so. Sometimes it can still go. And with it being so shallow out there, I've got a traditional method feeder on. I can always change it to a little hybrid, which I'd probably do if I stuck a wafter on. I find little hybrids better for wafters, because your hook sits flat and your wafter sticks up. Whereas this type of method, I'm pretty sure they hook themselves by mistake when they come charging into the bait. These F1s, tricky little buggers. I think I've just been done there, because I should have had a bite by now. Right, we'll get this back in. We'll have another go. It's not fishing easy, folks, that is for certain. Matt Pelly opposite saying he got 2 F1s and 2 car. I had no car. This is my 6th F1. Paul Wright said he got 8 F1s. The guy to my right's got more than that, and the guy on the end peg has got more than that. Now I've tried on the bomb. I've even tried a little maggot feeder because of these little ones out there. No bites so far on the bomb out towards the island. I have been feeding like a 7 metre line in slightly deeper water. And I've just had 2 F1s from the little 4mm pellet and the over-wetted micros that I'm putting into this tiny little hybrid feeder. It's a Preston Juro banjo feeder actually. Taking my time filling it properly because I want micros to stay in the feeder. Pretty much doing what I did on Benny's, piling it up a little bit and get that hook pointing out of the bait. There we go, hook there, bait there, and then a few on top. Not squashing them too tight, just making sure they're not nice and compact on, but not too tight. And then just plopping it just down there. And I've been putting a few pellets down there. And where the duck is, that's where my pellets have been going. On the island one. I'm not going tight to the island, I just don't think they're in that shallow water. When I've gone further out, I've had no indications whatsoever. The bites have actually come further this side. The guys that are catching, that have got chucked between 2 islands, are bang in the middle, so they're not near the island neither. I've noticed the guy on the end peg's chucking quite close to the island, but I don't know how deep it is there. But it's very shallow along there for certain. Oh, a little bit left that. I was expecting wind to blow it. There we go, just a few pellets. I'm not chucking them in all the time. Not like I would have done a week or 2 ago when it was warmer. So we're up to 6 F1s. Bumped a few. I've bumped 5 little ones off like that, tiny ones. They're just wriggling about all over. They're just swines to keep on. Right, so I keep hearing people asking who's got what. I have no idea how anybody else is really doing it. It's difficult to tell. I haven't seen this guy to my left catch anything for a while, but I've not had a bite for a good 50 minutes until these last 2 short just down here. So I'm going to give it... Oh, why has that not gone? Timer. I'm going to give it 3 minutes and then I'll go back in again. The bites have been coming less than 3 minutes, so there's no need to leave it any longer than that. Unless it dries up a little bit, then I might leave it a little bit longer. There's definitely a change happening with this weather, because some of the bites have been nowhere near as aggressive as what they were last week, apart from that last one which absolutely writhed it round. I didn't really want to draw Bonzai, if I'm honest, but like I say, I've never actually fished it since they cleared it out. I'm a bit unsure what to expect. I just know that there's lots of small F1s in. There are big carp in. There's lots of small F1s. So that's your update, folks. I'm due to bring this in and have another little cast out. There we go. I've had a skimmer in between. Still on that short line. Bloody thing. Didn't like that, did it? Better fish. Didn't like the net there. It wouldn't keep his head up, folks. I've got him this time though. That's the better ones. They're the ones I was catching in the bennies. There we go, a bit bigger, 2-pounder. There we go, lovely. I just happened to turn around and I saw Paul Wright landing a carp. Right, let's get this loaded up and back in. This feels like a better fish. Two strange bites, rod's ripped round and there's been nothing on. This ripped round the same, and I've got this one. Oh, that's a lovely F1 that. I'll have those. The guy to my right started catching again as well. There we go, folks. He's got to be 2.5 pound, 3 pound. I've just heard Alex say he can't get a bite, but I think he's... Oh no, I thought he got one on then. He's on the roadside, is Alex. There, so the bait stayed in, it wasn't in long. Waffer will have been sat on top of that. So, nice one. It's exactly how I wanted it. Right, let me get another little wafter on, that's gone. So we're up to 9 F1s and a skimmer. I need quite a few more on that. I've started putting some bait in on my margin, but I would say I'm about 2 metres away. I know you're wondering why I'm taking my time, but I like it to be perfect. Because I'm like overloading it. Lovely. Plop it in. Let's hope we get another one. That guy's been pretty much chucking it same spot, down riddle, between 2 islands. I've seen him try near island, I've not seen him get too many there though. I've started firing, I've been firing 6mm pellets and I've been putting some corn over there. I'm going to try corn on bomb, see if we can pick a better fish up out there. I've gone back to where I was getting the small fish and the tiny little F1s. No bites out there at all. Just little rattles now and again. I feel that near the island there's smaller fish are there. I've got a feeling the bigger fish might be in slightly deeper water because it's not warm today. So I'll just put that on. 9 F1s, a skimmer. I think I'll need today to go through 40 or 50 pounds to go through it, but I can't really see anybody else. I can see these guys to my right. This peg and next peg's definitely in front of me. I don't know how big the fish are. Paul Wright's had, I know he's had some F1s and definitely a carp. Like I say, he's got me back to him, so I can't tell exactly what he's got. He is the specialist down here, he'll be doing well. I think 40-50 pound. From what I can see, the guy to my left's just got one. It's the first fish I've seen him catch for ages. And I'm quite a bit off that pace at the minute. What we got to say, we've got 2 hours left. I might have, it's hard to tell what I've got. I might have 15 pound. If I'm lucky. I'm hoping, oh, I've got to put my timer on. I'm hoping that that's going to go around whilst you're on. I've had 2 bites where the rod's been bent double, lifted up, nothing on. Absolutely smashed it around. Can't believe it. You'd think when rod goes round, you'd think it was hooked. It should be just hooked. I'm getting some little liners there. So there's definitely fish on that short line. There we go. Got a funny bite. Maybe a smaller fish, I think, this one. Oh, a scrap up. Trust me, it's not been like this all day, folks. That's why. Funny little bites, this little stocky F1s. Oh, thank you. Unhooked itself. Right on the edge of the lip. That's probably why I've lost them, because it was right on the edge of the lip. Strange little bite. Check everything's okay here. Weird, isn't it, how these overwetted pellets are working better than the ones that I think are absolutely perfect. Crackers. Lovely. Perfect. Perfect. Down the same hole. Right, let's hope it goes round again. Could do with some more of those 3-pounders. About 10 of those 3-pounders. Get in, that'd be nice. Yes. Come on, the fishers. I want some carps. Come on, the carps. A couple of 10-pounders. Make the job easier. Right, I was going to fight some corn out there. There's been fish topping everywhere. I've not seen one in front of me. I tell a lie, I did it with an F1. The trouble with corn, it just doesn't go. All of it doesn't go in the same spot like pellets. Oh, a bit too far. That bloody wind got up. Don't want them up against the island. I don't think they're there anyway. Look at that, bloody wind's gusting like crazy. I know you think I'm putting a lot in, but I'm not. There's only about half a dozen pieces. There. The beauty of the bomb is I've clipped up about, it's hard to tell, it might be just shy of a metre from the island, but I don't think they're right up against it. Maybe 50 centimetres, and I can pull it towards and straighten the hook length out. Get into that slightly deeper water, pull it into where my bait's landing. I'm catching bolted out. Liner, ever just a slight liner. I've just started putting some pellets. It's at least 2 metres away, that. It's got to be 2 metres away. Down there, and some maggots. We're coming into maggot season soon, I think. There we go. And little nugget. It'll be these micros that I'm using, not the overwetted ones. So a little nugget. Squeeze it tight so it goes to the bottom. I don't want micros everywhere. So when my feeder goes in looking like that, hopefully, they'll home in on it and writhe my rod round. We'll see. Right, there we go. Right then. About 45 minutes left. I've had 12 F1s and a skimmer. The guy to my right's definitely had more, chucking between the two islands. Not sure exactly what this guy's had to my left. I can't see him because there's a tree in my way, but I don't think he's had that many. I'm struggling. I've had nothing towards that island. I've hardly had anything on this island apart from little taps of really small fish. I've not seen a sign of any fish around here whatsoever. I've seen one crash, little F1, on this short line here, which is where I've had most of my fish, or the better fish. I'm not getting any indications from that line neither. I've just had one small F1 in me, what you call margin, to my right here that I've fed. But I'm not getting any liners. It doesn't look as if there's many fish there at all. I've tried bomb and corn, not had any indications on that. And I've been trickling it in all day. Not a sign. Oh, slight indication that there's fish about there. It's been in 3 minutes. But it's been really slow. The pace man, Dave Wood, rung me, big liner. And Tids is on peg 48, which I fished last Tuesday. He'd had 8 F1s about an hour ago. So that shows how it's changed. I had like 46 F1s from that same peg. That's how the weather's changed and how it's affected it. So I've absolutely no idea how anybody else is getting on, because I've got me back to nearly everybody. But I'm nowhere near the target that we're after. I just can't seem to get bites from anywhere. Or not enough bites, and the fish are not big enough. So that's your update. 45 minutes to go. We need a proper visit from one of my lines. It'll either be this one or just in front, I think. There doesn't seem to be much happening around the islands at all, or these bits anyway. Right, there we go, folks. I managed to add a tiddler, 2 ounce, little F1. Once I turn the phone on, once I turn the camera off, and then this has just hooked itself. Bit better stamp. Bloody flies. Putting a fair scrap up. They're the ones we're after. Had a few liners before that went round. Could do with about 10 of those just turning up all of a sudden. Stranger things have happened, folks, don't be laughing. Right. 10 minutes to go, folks. It's too little too late, I think. Been alternating the lines and that one come off the one just in front of me. That's 15 F1s and a skimmer. I'll get back out there and we shall see what I've weighed in. So we'll probably see you folks at the weigh-in. Well, all weighed in. I know some of you are probably wondering, why did you use 3 nets? Well, you never know what kind of day it's going to be, and if you're absolutely bagging, I hate putting a 3rd net in, because 9 times out of 10 you don't get a bite for a while. So always 3 nets here at Lindholme. You can have pretty much what you want in each net then. There's no worrying about weight limits and things like that. So that's the reason. Right, my peg 77, I wasn't thrilled with it. I knew it was going to be tough from there. Island chucks, I had some island chucks, but it were really shallow. So I've ended up coming about 50 centimetres away from the one to my right. And the one to my left, the closer I got to the island, the more twigs and stuff I lost about 3 fish, and then it come in with a load of twigs on. 3 or 4 fish, something like that. So I've come a bit shorter off there. The reeds that were in front of me looked very inviting just to chuck just before there. I tried for about 10 or 15 minutes. There's a great massive branch in there. I couldn't cast to those reeds. It was just asking for trouble. So something that looked really inviting, I couldn't use. I didn't have an in-between islands. I was just cut off, that was it. So I just got what was in front of me, which wouldn't have bothered me being on a pole, but being on a feeder and a bomb, it's nice to be able to feed your pellets, go beyond your pellets, got to left of your pellets, at right, you know, all those kind of things. But I didn't have that option. I could go left and right and short, but never felt at all that there were a lot of fish in my peg, apart from there seemed to be a lot of liners from little fish. And now and again you can get quick jabs. I've caught mainly F1s all day. I've ended up with 15 F1s. The sun came out with about 20 minutes to go. I fired a couple of pieces of sweet corn to the island, and I went about that far away from the island. And just to show you how shallow it was, I did get a cracking bite, and it swirled instantly. So I'm guessing it's only about that deep up near the island. This morning it was far too cold. Tidsy on his way home. There was just nothing up against the islands. couple of weeks ago, even last week, I'm pretty sure you'd got quite a few up against the islands, which is where they like to be, in the warmer water. I've ended up I caught one at the end. It was about £4-ish, biggest fish of the day. I've ended up with £27.10. The guy to my left who had an in-between islands to chuck and reeds, he'd £30. The guy to my right, the same sort of thing. He got in between islands, plenty of room, and he'd £32. George Robinson, the end peg, I told you I could see him, the landing net going out quite a bit. George Robinson on the end peg has had £71. He's got a great chance of going through. I'm not staying for the presentation. It's crackerjack time. It's time for me to go home. But I said I'd video the full match regardless of how I've done. I always enjoy my fishing. Bomb and feeder fishing suits me down to the ground. Just along that bank we just couldn't seem to get it going. Paul right behind me on peg 68, which is usually a very good peg. He struggled, he had £42, and he knows this venue inside out. He wins more matches, it wins just as many matches as Nick and Alex Doherty, just to give you an idea of the quality of the angler. So tried all sorts of different things, changing the feeders, changing the baits, changing the consistency of ground baits and pellets, as you do, feeding heavy in one spot, not so heavy in another spot, all the usual type of things. Lighter line, I don't think it's going to make too much difference when you're fishing for carp, and maybe with F1s it would do, but 015 is the lightest I'd go to on there. If you hook a decent fish, you've got to be able to handle it. You don't be crashing all over on light gear for about 10 or 15 minutes. So that's it, folks. That is the end of my first round of the Ledger Cup. I will be going down to Medlands in 3 or 4 weeks time. Who's next? Tidsy wants a quick chat, and we'll have another go. Never fished there, so I shall be ringing Andy Kinder. He will be hopefully giving me some great advice. It's a cracking fishery. If he loves it, it's definitely method feeder fishing. Come on. So we'll get down there, folks, next. Hope you still enjoyed the video. And where am I next? I've not got anywhere this weekend, so it will be the Old Boys next week on Tuesday. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we shall see you on Tuesday at Hayfield Lakes. Don't forget, it's absolutely free to subscribe. If you click the notification bell, you'll get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up. Yeah. Come on, monkey. A thumb up. Yeah. Would be very, very nice. So until next time, take care, folks, and we'll see you pretty soon. And don't forget, fish on.